Good afternoon, I'm Malcolm Jordan and this is your Midday News Fix for Monday the 18th of March. Winston Peters isn't backing down on comparing the last government's views to Nazi Germany. The New Zealand First Leader compared co-governance to race-based theory before World War II. He made the comments in an address to party faithful at his State of the Nation speech over the weekend. Peters told RNZ Te Pāti Māori saying Māori have superior DNA is what is offensive, and that was overlooked.
It's racism. It leads to separatism, it leads to apartheid, it leads to awful consequences. I just called it out.
Meanwhile, Winston Peters will today meet his Chinese Foreign Affairs counterpart in Wellington in a bid to strengthen diplomatic relations between the two nations. He says Wang Yi's visit marks a significant step forward for our bilateral relationship. Political editor Jason Walls has more.
Peters says New Zealand's relationship with China is one of our most important and one of our most complex. He says he plans on raising both regional and global issues, including the importance of the stability in the Indo-Pacific region. The meeting comes as the Chinese government has raised concerns with the fact New Zealand's expressed further interest in joining the AUKUS Intelligence Sharing Pact with the US, the UK and Australia.
Russian President Vladimir Putin is claiming an election victory just hours after the polls closed. It means he'll rule until at least 2030. He addressed his country this morning with a message for protesters who participated in a midday anti-Kremlin event labelled Noon Against Putin. In translation, Putin says they've failed to intimidate him.
Nobody has ever managed to do that in history. Never, ever, ever.
Houses, vehicles, cash and a firearm have been seized by police in Hastings and Tauranga, tackling a large organised crime operation. Police carried out 2 searches early last week. A 37-year-old man arrested in Hastings has been remanded in custody and will reappear in the Manukau District Court on Friday. He faces 19 charges of supplying meth, as well as charges for possession for supply and offering to supply and unlawful firearm possession. Police have fresh hope of solving the disappearance of Marlborough woman Jessica Boyce. The 27-year-old went missing from Renwick 5 years ago, and although no body has been found, police deemed it a homicide 7 months later. They're urging people to watch Cold Case on TV1 tomorrow night when new information will be released. It's a standalone episode due to its urgency.
In a case that could be close to a breakthrough.
It's like someone's panicked.
From day dot, it wasn't right.
Can you help find Jessica?
2 New Zealanders have been charged with assaulting a police officer in the Thai city of Phuket. They're accused of attacking a police officer who had pulled them over for speeding. To sport, Paul Cole has triumphed 11-9 in the 5th and deciding game over Ali Farag to win squash's Opt-Asia Championships in London. Golfer Scotty Scheffler has won the PGA Tour's Players' Championship by 1 stroke at 20 under par on the Sawgrass course in Florida. And Crusaders boss Colin Mansbridge concedes a change in playing personnel has contributed to their winless Super Rugby season start. The defending champions have lost 4 in a row for the first time to sit 11th in the 12-team competition. I'm Malcolm Jordan. That's your latest news fix. We'll be back with the next update at 5 p.m. from the Newstalk ZB newsroom.